I think this is a big thing, and especially I appreciate you putting this whole podcast together around individual contributors, because I think it's an unsung hero podcast we've got going on here. We literally don't control the majority of what's coming out. So I'll give you an example and then tell you how I deal with it. So in the last 3 years, I've been asked to focus on 3 separate focus areas. Every year it's changed. And what I built up the prior year really couldn't be used the next year. So that I think happens a lot. And so the way I deal with it is I really try to go back to my number 2, which is focusing and mastery. I really try to create. I read this concept and I really use it, which is something called thinking time. Have you heard about this?
In general, but maybe not the specific you're thinking of.
All right. So there's a we haven't gotten to books yet, but I'm going to say one here because I think it's a really great one. It's a new one, but the guy that wrote it, his name's Keith Cunningham. It's not a sales book. It's a business book. And then the book is called The Road Less Stupid. And so there's a concept in this book that I had heard in a speech a few years ago. So I got a preview to this. The book just came out a while, maybe a couple months ago, maybe 6 months ago. But the concept has been in my mind for about 3 years. And it's something called thinking time. And it's really where you think about a problem. And so the answer to your question to me is I get thrown a curveball, and that could be a KPI. It could be a minimum expectation. It could be changes to the comp plan. And so what I really try to do is stop for just a little bit and think about what this new problem has for me. And a lot of times I'm able to think about that problem and ask myself better questions to give myself better choices.